The fight against HIV has taken an important step forward. A Food and Drug Administration panel has endorsed the first drug that could prevent the spread of the virus. The drug is called Truvada. A study by the University of California in San Francisco was done on more than 1,200 healthy gay men. The drug reduced their risk of HIV infection by 44%. Many participants do not take the pill every day. For those who did, protection from HIV was much greater. Joining us now is Dr. Joseph McGowan, Medical Director of the Center for AIDS Research and Treatment at North Shore University Hospital in New York. Good morning, Doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Daniel.
So the big question here, is Truvada a game changer in preventing HIV?
Well, I don't know if I would call it a game changer, but I think it's an important additional tool that we're going to have to try to finally get ahead of the epidemic of HIV.
And who would most benefit from the use of Truvada?
Well, in the studies that have been done to date, the populations that may benefit the most are those that are at the highest risk for acquiring HIV. So particularly men who have sex with men or transgender women, those persons who have multiple sexual partners, and also people who are the partners of HIV-infected people in what we call discordant couples, where one person has HIV and the other is uninfected.
And so do you think the FDA will approve this drug as in use for prevention of HIV/AIDS?
I think it probably will. The FDA advisory panel has felt fairly strongly, at least on those first two groups, the men who have sex with men with multiple risk partners and the discordant couple where there's one person who's positive and the other negative. I think in that group the studies show there is significant benefit. As you mentioned, when people take the drugs appropriately, they can reduce their risk by 75%. And those are the people at highest risk of getting HIV.
So if this was approved, this would be something that the doctor would prescribe and determine who would need to take it and who would not qualify to take this?
I think so, yes. It wouldn't be something I think that would be used for the general population. Okay. And when it's used, it would be as part of a multi-pronged intervention to try to prevent transmission.
And let's talk about some of the concerns about Truvada. Many doctors are voicing concern right now that it may prevent people from practicing safe sex because they feel that they're already protected by taking this drug. Is that something the FDA is also looking at?
They definitely have considered that, and it's part of the decision-making process that they'll have to do, because it's not going to be a panacea. This will be one tool that people will need, but it won't replace the use for condoms. And I think education is going to be key. Education of providers, education of patients, if they're going to be taking this medication, that they have to put this, as part of their prevention strategy.
Do you think that this is the beginning of the end of an epidemic, or is this just a small step forward, maybe?
I think it's a step forward. I think we're starting to look at new strategies to fight the epidemic. The old ways of handling it haven't really worked. Everybody is pretty much aware about HIV, but for one reason or another, they may not apply that message to themselves. And the people that we're seeing, about 50,000 or more new infections every year, people who are coming in have the traditional risk behaviors. So we need some other tools in our armamentarium, and this is one of them that I think could target specifically the people at highest risk.
All right, well, thank you very much. A game changer in medicine, definitely. And again, Joseph McGowan, Medical Director of the Center for AIDS Research and Treatment at North Shore University Hospital in New York. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.